Well, I'm sure glad you all chose to come join me in chores. Yeah, we have the bottle and the ground is firm. Now, underneath all that 6 inches of snow, it's still soft. But we're heading in the right direction because the hey Peanut, how you doing, sweetie? Oh no, here's a question for you. How many of you out there have tricolour calves? If you look at her, like looking at the right ear, look where the ear joins the back of her head, it's tan. She's red, tan and white. This is old well, Candy over there, this is her niece, but this is old Puddin's granddaughter. She's one of a big family, but yeah, one of the reasons we kept her, outside the fact that she's from a very big bloodline, is she's a tricolour. That one spot, she's tan. Anyway, so we're gonna go and give old Alf over here her bottle and get ready to push snow out to the field to let these girls out and get them fed. And then we'll just do a roundup because everything's all pretty well. Everyone's good, just apart from the big lot needs daily, pardon attention, and then we'll start pushing snow. So yeah, and I just want to say welcome to the 890th subscriber to Piper Doug's channel. Everybody is equally as welcome as the last one, as the first one, so yeah. Oh, I know, just a beast. Anyway, so let's get at the day, and like I said, thanks for coming, and we'll see you in the next clip. Now, if you were talking about drought years, getting all of their snow would be great, but we're not. As you can see, the fences are half buried in the snow. Yeah. Hell, snow catchers, they do work. Just builds up and builds up. As soon as you start a line, then it creates another line and it gives you a whole bunch of snowpack for next spring. You get a great first cut, no matter how little snow you get. So yeah, I get some very unhappy girls, but I gotta clear this up before I can let them out. Because I can't very well have them traipsing through all this crap. It's not fair, because there's no way around it. Poor girlies. Yeah, look at this. Alright, we'll go get this cleaned up best we can and let them out. This straw is good. It's actually steaming. It's warm water. It's good. Okay. Recycling. Yeah, I just feel, you know, this is where I don't need to tell people from the northern parts of the country to, when you're undoing a chain where you have to hold the buckle for a while to thaw the ice out of the threads to get it undone. You know you're from the northern parts when you've had to do that, where you have to hold the buckle in your hand to thaw it out to get it undone. Yeah, the hardships. Yeah, that's how much of the fence is buried already. Not going in that gate anymore. That's the irony. It's November. November, we've already lost half of our fence. Don't know why though. That's why I always think, like, I know there was like huge storms way back in the past, but when you see those black and white pictures from the like 40s, where in town the snow drifts were the height of the power lines and the roofs of the houses and they had to dig tunnels in to get to the front door, that's because the majority of the countryside was disked. There was a lot of like summer fallow, and then whenever the crops were off, quite often they would just go out and start disking, ready for next spring's seeding, planting, not knowing that the moisture you need for the ground was blowing away and your topsoil was blowing away. So you would have vast sections of the countryside where there's no trees, no stubble, and no snow, and it was all in town. I know even my father-in-law would tell me stories about when he was young and he would help the guys running the early bulldozers, and they would be knocking a single track down the middle of the street, and then him and all the young guys would be digging tunnels to the houses to let the people out of their houses. So yeah, that's my 10 cents on that. I'd be interested to hear everybody else's point of view there in the comment section. I'll see you there. Nobody coming. Hardly ever anybody coming. Yep. Can't even see the farm sign. There's Star. There's Superstar. Hey Star. Hey sweet girl. Hi sweet girl. Hi. Yeah. You guys have had a rough week, eh? So yeah, put down 3 bales today. Some might think that a little excessive. There's Mama Flops. Hey Mama. So there's 85 cows here, in-cab cows here. So if you take the average, what they're saying, consumption for a in-cab cow, it's 30 pounds a head of mass daily. These should be getting approximately 2.5 bales per day, because these bales are in around that 12 to 1300 pound. Is that you, Lily? No, that's Pixie. Huh? So yeah, they should be getting 2.5. That's Gunner. So they have edible straw in the yard to keep them going overnight, because they don't really want to venture out too much during the nighttime, which I'm good with. So I gave them 2 bales of hay yesterday. I gave them 3 bales today. Hey Georgie. And yeah, there'll be those of you who'll be saying, well, why don't you just shut them in now? If you're feeding them full ration. Well, they still go and nibble. You can see their footprints heading out around the field. They're going looking around, but there's not much left out here. Like I've talked about in previous videos, we might give them access to the silage field at some point, but that's not going to be this winter. We've got the hay, so like I said, they'll get 2 bales and then 3 bales every other day, and they have access to edible straw. And that's it. So everybody else is shut in on full rations. So, and that's the thing, is we could push them down into the south part of the farm where there is still a fair bit of grazing down there, but they're talking a week on Sunday, so 10 days from now it's to be -40. And I don't want them going near any part of the ravine, like the water creek, because all it takes is for one to think to cross the creek on the snow, not realizing it's ice underneath, and the cow goes down and the cow's done. So we've had that. We lost one cow. She slipped on the ice and hurt her hip, and that was her. She never did get better. So hi Fanny. So yeah, I don't mind. We'll give them 3 today. This is the first time they've had 3. If they're not really cleaning it up, I'll dial back to 2 and just keep giving them edible straw, because that's 3-year-old, 4-year-old oat straw. So there's lots in it, but we'll see. We'll check on it tomorrow. Yeah, and the funny thing was, someone was saying about upgrading tractors, and I said the funny thing is, I don't think I would upgrade the old International, and I'm almost certain I would not upgrade this tractor, because talk about a mighty mouse. For such a small tractor, like 80 horse, loader, front wheel assist, and it can do all this stuff, and this thing is good on fuel. For all of John Deere's issues, this thing is like, my fuel consumption using this versus using that orange one, way better, like huge. So yeah, I'm not in the mood to, not in a hurry to change that around. I'll tell you who would be maybe first on the list to get changed would be the orange one. For the amount of issues we've had with that tractor, I wouldn't be beyond finding if I could find a 4440 front wheel assist with a loader. Oh, you would see flames off my feet and that checkbook getting opened quicker than anything. So, yeah, we had snow again last night. Kind of a crappy deal. So, if you can look out there, it started on this bale. They kind of picked at that middle bale, and they really went into that third bale down there. Some bales are just from nicer spots in the field. So, and yeah, that's what I'm saying about, we're giving them access to shelter, but we're not shutting them in, because I won't bed this. I'll just leave this like this, and then maybe tomorrow, which is Saturday, I might give them wheat straw. See, that was edible straw that I put down here, but that was before I put these in. So from now on, they'll get wheat straw in here. That way they're just lying on it and not eating it, because I hadn't put the edible straw in yet. Now that it's in here in the bale feeders, that way that they don't want to go out to the field, but they still have something pretty good to eat on, but they'd far rather have hay, so they will eventually make their way back out. Yeah, there's still no pickup date on when these guys are leaving, but I'm imagining it will be before Christmas, so it's going to be a sad day. Like I said, there's some family favorites. Got to bring the kids out so they can say their goodbyes. I know to Ike and Stumpers anyway. Tank is, she's a little bit of a desired taste. But anyway, let's get it on. Yeah. This is gonna be a problem. What is it, the 25th of November? Got 5-foot snow drifts. This stack is already snowed in. Gotta try and grab one of these bales for the cows in the yard. Just a minute. Just tons and tons of snow. to think of is this first chance I get to ask Johnny, because I think Johnny would be the best one to ask about this. Ask her and say, is it okay if I stack some of my bales out there on their field? Just stack them out there long enough to build up a bit of a snowbank, and then the snowbank will trap its own snow. Because it's either that or I stack them along here and build a massive snowbank here. Which ironically, when it melts, we'll have to cross the road onto their land anyway. So if it's out here on the black soil, it'll melt really fast and be gone in the spring. So that's my thinking on that, is just build like a double wall out here and just let it park all the snow out here. That way it doesn't blow in the road, doesn't blow in down there, because you can already see it stacking behind those bales. So then that'll tear my fence wire off the posts when it melts in the spring. So it's not good. Yeah, we're getting into the cool mornings, days, afternoons. Hey, Squigs. Hey, boy. So yeah, -10s are common now. Hey, creatures. So yeah, that's them on their next round of tubs. So they're calling for snow to start tonight. Did you guys know that? Hey, Flip Flop. You can just see her just behind that 75's bum. She's one of the heifers on the strong stay because of who her mum is and because she's a pretty stout heifer. So we're not planning on doing a whole pile of bedding till this passes. See, like I said, they are pretty well cleaned out. So the one thing we don't mind investing in is good tubs, because good tubs pay you back pretty well. So going to give these girls their outside feed. See that one, they really like that one. They're starting to get into the other two now. So if I have time, I'd like to bed this pen, just so, because there's some older girls in here and I don't like them not having good bedding to get down on. But that's why we're going to use mostly wheat straw, because gosh knows there's still another 500 bales to come in. These bales here are 3-year-old oat straw, but they are actually some of the bales that were in the big stacks, so some of them are pretty rotten, as the kids say today. These are the bales for feed, because these were stacked over here, so they didn't get a lot of moisture in them, so they are for the most part good and dry, and there's not too much bad spots in them. So we always like to keep that stuff in here, because when they do come in the evenings, they have something to nibble on, something that's decent quality. But we do the 3 bales out on the ground. So we're getting going here because oh yeah, I was gonna check on that fire, because Piper Doug has to leave. Yeah, we're having a late birthday. My birthday was at the beginning of the month, but we're having a late gathering in town with the kids and my brother-in-law and mother-in-law. It didn't burn all the way down. We're going to the movies, so we're going for the movie this afternoon, The Gladiator, that new Gladiator movie. Oh, I love the smell of wood fire. And then we're going to have pizza over at Liam's house. So I'll bring you back in a wee while, and then yeah, like I said, we'll have to take off. So I'll go bump my way along the road. So there's a side by side. That was yesterday, that's today. They clean up pretty good. Hanging around, eh? Just hanging around like a bad stink. And I don't have a vaccination stick with me. The guy just runs away far enough because he knows I'm turning. So yeah, I left this pile here again. I don't know if I covered this in the last video when I was doing the last poop spreading. That pile there is, for all intents and purposes, topsoil. But I'm not in a hurry to use it up just yet. If we get to that, it'd be great. If not, I like to leave it there because the first time mums and calves will be in here. And I like to leave a pile there for the calves to play on because calves love to climb. And it's a good sort of a playground for them so they don't just get bored running around in here and end up tussling with the fences and such like. Even though this fence here is actually getting replaced this coming season. The posts will not, but the wire will. So it'll be getting changed over to the 4-strand barb and the dip-to-do hot wire halfway down. Because this mesh is, yeah, once it starts getting stretched, you can't fix it anymore, so. Yep. Watch out for the ice, Doug. Whew. Okay, well, gonna take a quick perusal. So Mrs. Piper Dog is heading off for a big municipal annual meeting in the big city. So I need to borrow her first thing tomorrow. I can get in and out of this pen by myself. It's just easier with 2 people to be by the gate. So they'll need bedded after the snow. These guys are fine. These guys are actually quite easy to get to do their pen by myself. So come Monday, hopefully Monday or Tuesday, I've ordered a bundle of 1x1 square tubing. So a bundle is 50 sticks. So that way I can get the gate for this gateway built. So you can see there's a high hinge. That's because that gate will be almost the same height as this wall, tinned. So it'll be railed lower down for calves and cows, and then it'll be framed up high so that we can put tin on it. That way that it stops snow blowing in through the back there and protects the calves and little babies from any southern eastern storms. So yeah, we're gonna have to go get that in one of the next videos. Sadly, our metal, you're a nutter. Our metal dealer, see, she's now cut off. She's off the bottle because that cab, shockingly, is 5 months old, but she's motherless and she's a bit of a runt. So there's only so much money you can put into a cab like that. Yeah, I just bedded them up. I've given them a couple of wheat straw bales because just to give them something to lay down on for tonight while this snow comes in. In the next couple of weeks we're going to set up the crush over here, get these guys ready for shipping. So sadly which means I'm gonna have to go to another place to pick up the continuous rail that I want to get, because I want to do this fence with continuous rail, and I want to do these 2 short fences with continuous rail, and then I want to have a bunch on hand for making up gates and panels and things. That's why concrete, what's that trough? That trough makes a whining noise. Because getting these shelters and this cabbing facility built is this winter's big main project. Next year, getting those bins put here so we can store feed for filling creep feeders and whatnot. And then One of the last big projects, outside of getting all the fences caught up, is over here. We're going to be building a cold storage shed. And I'm looking forward to that. That way we can get all of our steel and all of our machines under a roof. And all of our lumber too, under the roof out of the elements. Because don't like having these balers outside, and plus we're about to put $12,000 worth of belts on both these balers. I'd really like to not have them sitting outside, so. Okay, well, I'm gonna go enjoy a movie with my family for a late birthday night out. So, I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next video, everybody. Teddy bye.